Hi. So, the power of healing and how we self sabotage our lives. Because unfortunately, we, we self sabotage ourselves in ways that we cannot even imagine. And this is the saddest part of our lives. And of really reaching the potential, of reaching our own potential. Because all of us, deep down, we have that dream, we have that desire, we have that vision that if we are honest with ourselves and if we take a bit of time to reflect, it's inside of us. It's that inner child that we buried deep down in our souls. It's the soul calling, the purpose that we know that we have. That's why so many people, especially in our days, they feel lost, they feel without direction, they don't have a north star, a meaning in life, to feel that their lives is meaningful. So we self-sabotage ourselves in so many ways. And most of the self-sabotage, it's based on fear, deep rooted fear, that it's in our DNA, it's in all our being, not only from us, from this lifetime, but from past lifetimes, and as well from family, like transgenerational baggages. And we carry all those invisible packages in our back, and we self-sabotage in so many ways that we are not aware of it. Like all those baggages that we are carrying, they are keeping us from moving further in our lives. Like each time you want to do something, to have a new fresh start, consciously, everyone is like, I want to do that, I want to be free, I want to follow my dreams, but how can we, how one can move further when it's stuck, when the past and all those baggages that it keeps them stuck and dragging down? It's like trying to swim in an ocean and you have all these invisible bags that they are taking you down. You drown. So it's like, when lighter you become, more you remove those baggages, more you are able to rise above, like raising one's vibration and reaching the higher potential. For me, in my experience, is removing those layers, healing, and removing like an onion, removing layer after layer of programming, of trauma, of baggage, of self-limiting beliefs. And the more we remove them, we raise above. We can walk on that water, the emotions. The water represents that ocean, is the ocean of the emotions. We can swim that ocean. Not only we can float in it. When we surrender, like how one can float. Yeah, if you ever went to the seaside and you tried to swim, the more resistance you put, the more you drown. The more you surrender and you relax and you work with the water, you can float on it. So removing those layers, automatically it's raising our vibration and helps us to rise above. The resurrection that we are all waiting. We are our own saviors. We can get help and we can get guidance, but ultimately we are the ones that we have all the power to save ourselves. And we are always free. That's the paradox, and that's the biggest illusion of this world. We are always free. We always have a choice. Freedom comes from within. Freedom comes when we allow ourselves to be our authentic self. When we remove all those invisible cords, when we heal from our ego perceptions, we are free. We realize that we were always free, that no one kept a gun in our head. Even so, even when someone is pointing a gun at you, you are still free to choose what you want to do. We have the ultimate freedom, and we forgot it about it. And of course, like Freud and Carl Jung, psychologically we have to go back to our childhood, to our subconscious, and to see what happened there, what's going on inside our being, deep down inside of our being. And once we go inside and we solve those issues in a quantum field at an energetical level, automatically it's changing as well in our physical reality. Because as within, so without, as above, so below, as it's energy, it's everything. Everything in this universe, we live in a universe that is based on energy and frequency. And we self-sabotage ourselves by staying in fear. Fear of abandonment. That's the core wound fears that are on this planet. That we will get abandoned. Fear that a malefic God punished us and put us on this earth and give us some rules, and if we don't respect those rules, He will punish us and put us in eternal hell. Jesus Christ, like once we detach from that story, like for me, the breakthrough, the biggest breakthrough that I had in my life, it was when I reflected on this, and I said, wait a second. Like, there is no one on this earth that will not make a mistake, yeah? That we will not. Like, I looked around and I see, like, the world that we live in. So I said, what type of God would do, like, all loving and all thing, will do something like this? I was like, wait a second, that's not the place that I want to be in. Like, that's like a jail. That's like sadomasochism. That's narcissism. That's like, what is that? And I was brutally as well about radical honesty and radical forgiveness and like honest to the core. I was like, honest, this is deep down, this is what I think, this is what I believe, this is like, I realize I will not do, I would not do to an enemy something like that, to punish them in eternal, like what? So then, there started the click in my head. There it started my liberation. There I started to really question everything, to take it with a pinch of salt and to go deep into the root of because I knew as well the love. I could feel it from inside my soul. I could feel the joy. I could feel the love. I could feel the fun. It's like, it's not, it doesn't make sense. So being brutally honest, it really helped me to start to heal. To really start to uncover those layers, to see where I had all these fears of abandonment, fear of rejection, deep fear of rejection. And for me, it was not only in this lifetime, it was not only from my childhood, deep, deep rejection, because especially when we are kids, now it's as well scientifically proved, the first 7 years of our lives, and from since we are in the womb, since we are in our mother's womb, we can feel, and we get as well, we don't get only the genetical information of the body. Like, you go to the doctor and they ask you, like, you have in your family these diseases and this diseases, so you are you can get them, you might get them. No, we as well get the emotional and the thought. We receive as well, not only from the physical genes from the for the body, but as well the thoughts and the emotions. And there it's about like family constellation, and I will make a video how the family constellation therapy really helped me as well in my healing process, and I believe in it with my soul, because it really helped me to free my soul. So saying that, my wound of rejection was so deep since my mother's womb, when she realized, when she was pregnant with me, that she got stuck. And because of the times that she was living in a society where single mothers will not really be accepted, and when she realized that she rushed into a marriage with a person that was not actually what she thought it will be, because of course she as well didn't had the opportunity, she was super young as well, to do her inner healing and to mature and to see what her subconscious is manifesting. So she thought that she will escape from a situation, and actually she realized she went into a worse, or like the same situation that she was trying to escape. So of course her thought is that she's stuck and she's having a child that will yeah, not she will not have that mobility that and freedom that she was dreaming of, because all of us deep down we dream of freedom. Now, after I did all my healing, I can have so much compassion and I can deeply understand those things. But to be able to get here and to speak about these things, and to speak with them about them with compassion and love and understanding and acceptance, I went through a journey, through a hell of a journey. Yeah, to the dark night of the soul, and it's feeling it to heal it. We cannot only mentally read about and say, oh yeah. No, it's about feeling, because the 2 months old me didn't have that understanding and compassion. Yeah, in that present moment, I was feeling rejected and abandoned, in a chaos, caught in a drama of two adults that they were not actually adults, they were as well two kids, two wounded kids. So you see the dynamics of like how deep they are. And this is only like this generation, and if we go to the next generation and next generation and next generation, it's like a boomerang, like the snowball that goes down the hill, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So we self-sabotage with fear, in the fear of abandonment, that we'll get abandoned. So we self-sabotage how? We don't get attached, we get like to be avoidant attachment styles, where you don't get you emotionally available to get close to someone, because you are afraid that if you open up and you are vulnerable to them, they will abandon you and you will suffer. or you get anxious, so you clinch, you get super codependent, so you try to control all the situations so you can control the other person not to abandon you. You become a people pleaser, you try to please everyone. If you will be the nice good guy and girl, that they will not leave you because you are nice to them and you make everything what they want. Or you become tough and you put them to tests and to test their loyalty to you, and you push them away, but deep down, by when pushing them away, deep down you hope for them to come back begging for you, so you will see their love for you. We don't know what love is, it fortunately. So the toxicity, we confuse it for love because our brain, it doesn't know to make the difference between healthy and familiar, so it goes for the familiar path. It's like the Stockholm syndrome when we were especially because the brain is responsible for our survival, and it's like an AI. It's like a computer AI that it gets coding, it gets information. So the information that we get as children, when it's from the womb till especially when we are 7 years old, and later and after that as well, but those years are crucial for the brain development, for the programs that we make on the subconscious. And again as well, this world, it's so wounded and it's so, I would not say messed up, but it's very convoluted. It's so deep in trauma. So even if you try as much as possible, you try to protect a kid, to say that you will protect him to live, to raise him in a healthy way, still will get programming, because as I said, it's received genetically from the parents, from the ancestors, till the 4th generation or 7th generation. It's as well the collective trauma, the society. You cannot keep him in a bowl and locked in the house without having contact with the world outside. And as well because we are like Wi-Fi, like how we transfer data, we are like iPhones, like airdrops. Yeah, our body as well, we have the physical body, but we have as well around us we have the energetical body. So when we walk to places, we download, we exchange information telepathically. That's telepathy, and some people as well, they are open to that, to the telepathy. Me as a super empath, it took me years to understand which were my emotions and which were other people's emotion, and the collective emotions and the places that I would be in, to make the difference, to set the boundaries, to learn how to clean my energy, to stay in my energy centered, and to remove. That's why for me as well, it's very important to keep my space. Like, I am a social person and I like to go out and to meet people, but at the same time I need my space, my sacred space. I need to go in places. That's why I'm so happy now here as well. I'm in Dubai, and I go to the desert in the middle of the night. I go in the middle of the desert because there is no one there. But still, when you open yourself and you become a super empath and you open to the energetical world, the places as well, they have the earth as well, it has energetical information. But the good part is as well that I can feel as well, like for example here, the UAE, it's a very, very strong energetical place with loads of super good energetical that's why as well it attracted so many. Like, normally the big cities, normally the places that are attracting a lot of people, they are like light places. But of course the light attracts all sorts, so it's a paradox. This place, this city, it's one of the biggest paradoxes, because It's it's full of light, but in the same time it's so full of trauma, and it attracts all type of souls that are trying to find their way in this world. Brave souls that they had the courage to leave their home countries in search of a better life, but that they as well, some of them, loads of them, because they move with all that baggage. Like, this is what was my experience as well through my life. I moved and I went, like, I follow my soul guidance, and I moved to the places that my soul called me to, and it was part of my everything. It's happening for a reason, and it's in divine timing. So it took me, I lived in the places that were the best for my soul path and for my healing and for my journey and my mission and everything. Like, especially now, after crossing that, finishing that dark night of the soul, and crossing that line, that I can, like, be in surrender now and understand and be more as an observer. They all make so much sense. But at the same time, I was carrying it as well. I was carrying loads of baggage with me. That's why as well I had to spend the last 2 years. I went back to my home city to finish my inner child healing and transgenerational and family constellation. And yeah, so I can release that baggage, and I can clean that karma of, like, what they say, the with the place that you got born in, the pool, you know. Most of the people that they live abroad, that they leave their home countries, they have that nostalgia of the home country. They have that idealization that because as well they still, the abandonment wound, the rejection wound, all the wounds that they have inside, they feel left outside in the cold. They feel alone in the world. They feel strangers they have that longing for their home country and for their families, and because the community, you know, the lower chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra, when those are out of balance. But at the same time, they cannot live back there. Like, if they go back on holiday and all these things, like, after a few days they want to leave. So, you know, they are between, it's like between worlds. They are not fully where they live now, but they are not fully as well back home in their home country. So it's just like moving across the... So we need to make peace, and to realize that we are soul having a human experience, that the planet Earth, Mother Gaia, it's not like as well, because this is as well a programming of like 200, 300, 400 years ago. They were not really countries, yeah, borders and all these things. So this is as well like a mind separation. This is as well an ego perception. So yeah, so this city, what I was saying, this city, it has lots of beautiful souls that they are trying to live their purpose, but as all of us, we need to heal and to reconnect with our soul and our hearts, and to have peace, to find that peace wherever you are. Like, home is where the heart is. Home, it's within ourselves. Home, it's you. You are your home. The body, it's the temple. Our body, it's the real temple. That when we deeply love ourselves from the soul, not from the ego, not ego self-love, which is a selfish one and the narcissistic type of love. We are speaking about the soul love, the compassion love, the soul love, that when I understand myself, I can understand you, and I can understand the divine, and I can be in harmony with everything around. Automatically, I choose what is best for my highest good and the good of others around. It's a harmony. It's a win-win situation. It's good for everyone involved. It's prosperity. It's abundance. It's love. It's joy. It's peace. It's surrendering. It's understanding. That's the true self-love. That's like as well, the so-called addictions, because it's the temple. So because why? The body, it's storing all the traumas. All the emotional traumas are stored in the body, and the body as well, those it transmits as well in the programming to the brain, like the overthinking and the thoughts for patterns, they are stored in the brain. So imagine why the body is the temple, and as well all the cultures, most of they are saying this, and why all of them, they are building, like as a metaphor, as a representation of the inner world. They are building the outer world there, the material. They are building the temples, and they are sacred, and they should be respected and loved, and yeah, it's everything, but it's in outside world. It's a representation of the inner world. It's the same like an idea, yeah. First, like this chair, to become physical, it was first an idea in someone's mind, a vision, a clear vision from the spiritual, from within themselves, their creativity. So have the body. When we heal, we take care of our temple. So we start, it's like a house that it has loads. Imagine like you have grandparents, yeah? And it was like, I don't know, like, or grand, like you go to the old house that has so many things from years. They didn't clean it, they kept all the old things, no one lived there, yeah. Not that good, right? So you start to clean, this is like the uncovering, like the healing process. It's like, uncovering all this, cleaning all these traumas that they are, the blockages that are inside the body. And you release yourself, you free yourself, you take care of your body. That's the true meaning of self-love. And automatically the addictions, the physical addictions, they stop controlling you. They stop. It's natural. It comes natural. When you try to smoke, your body will say no. We don't listen to, and as well the addictions. I know it's. The smoking is when you don't love yourself and you destroy yourself. Like we have two ways when we repress ourselves. The most common ways, they are like either you put it on others, you become anger, your anger it's on others, or you self destroy your body yourself. You put it on yourself. Guilt and shame. So there are these types of addictions. The biggest addiction though, it's overthinking. It's our thoughts, like silencing the mind. And not like the mind is the best server, but the greatest tyrant. So because we are in this loop, in this AI program, the mind doesn't have soul, it's data. It's like literally like an AI. It doesn't really. And the biggest problem on the earth now is that most of the humanity lives in their mind, not in their soul, not in their heart. The heart chakra, it's closed. And the emotions, they are repressed. The solar plexus is like a bomb ticking. And this is as well the world now. You see everywhere. And if you open the TV on the news, which I don't recommend, I'm not watching them, but it's like a bomb ticking. Everyone is like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. survival, fight and flight mode. We are afraid to feel our emotions, of course, because it's like a bomb ticking. So who wants to go there? Who wants to go inside the solar plexus and to start to clean those those emotions? So those are the biggest addictions. But then you have the physical representation of them, of the imbalances in the world. So you have the fear, the root chakra, the fear of the material, of fight and flight, starvation. We need to make money. Everything is based on money in this world, right? We need to make money. And not to speak about the biggest ones like the ego and the your social status and how people they put their worth and their on the financial gains and how much money they are making and status and what clothes they are wearing and what holidays and what car they are driving and what house they are having. Yeah, that's another story for another day. But the root chakra, the survival, then it's the sacral chakra, the creativity, the sexuality, which is so misused on earth at the moment, and it's everywhere. It's full of porn, it's full of sexual manipulations, abuses, human trafficking, prostitution, people using their bodies, everyone, and it's it's like, like men and women, like it's so unbalanced, unfortunately, because it's misused, or repressed as well, because either spectrums, like not repressing it and not accepting your sexuality or over indulging in it, they are both unhealed spectrums. Because when you accept it, well, that's tantra. But that's as well the misuse of tantra, because tantra means that it's like the soul recognition, the soul, mind, body, emotions. That's something else. That's the pure form of creation. And as well, because most of the people, why they are so much indulging and especially the creative people, they get into this because they don't they repressing their soul calling, their mission, not living their soul calling. All that creativity, it has to go in a place. So they overindulge in this, or they repress it, and the total abstinence on this in this way. Well, as well with abstinence, because we are so corrupted in this way, unfortunately, we need to have this detox of the body. Like for me, when I realized, because through the sexual act, you exchange energy. You exchange energy with the other people. So it's like exchanging traumas as well, and like telepathy, like what I was saying with the airdrop. Like, and that's the worst, let's say, ritual, because you really get glued with the other person. So imagine changing loads of partners. What's that? Imagine your traumas with their traumas, and it's a Long Island cocktail of traumas that it's like messing up around a lot. So you need this cleaning and detoxing, like cleaning, like detoxing. Yeah, like cleaning is not like it is what it is. It's like how the clothes are, like, and I'm not saying it in a judgmental way or like these things, like how the clothes they need cleaning. The same this, like we need to learn how to harvest. When we learn how to harvest that creativity into projects, into creative projects in our lives, you feel full of ideas. You start to see so many opportunities, possibilities. Still, like you see the world with infinite possibilities of creation, of excitement, of enthusiasm, for you get your enthusiasm for life back. Then the solar plexus, which are the emotions and the seat of the ego, the who is in that driver's seat, who is driving your body, your ego, your fear, the fear of the emotions, of handling your emotions, or your soul, when you did that inner cleaning and you reconnect it with your soul, it's love and passion for life and enthusiasm, it's at the seat of your body, of your temple. Who is at the altar of your temple? Who is sitting there? Your soul or your ego? You are in love or in fear? Fear, anxiety, or love, enthusiasm for life. And it's so sad to walk around and to see people in fear. People, you see in their eyes, you see in their walking dead, like zombie, like sad. How you call it? Like like without hope, without it is what it is. This is life. How you've been? Same old. Yeah. This. What? Why? Like, okay, it's normal. I'm not saying to deny. I'm not saying to deny this. But the idea should be, okay, this is my reality now, how I can get it better. This is what I did as well. I refused. When I got to that point, I refused to die before I die. And this is as well so roomy. It's an amazing Shams Bliss, which is as well like, and like, to die before to die. Why to die before to die? Why to give up on my life? That's not life. That's not living. That's not thriving. That's no. So these are all the ways that we sabotage, self-sabotage ourselves, and we are afraid. We are afraid of life. We are afraid to live our lives. We are afraid to take chances. We are afraid to be crazy and wild, and to go and follow our dreams, and to believe. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter how many times you fell down. It's important how many times you get up again. And we do this with overindulging, like with work. So workaholism. So many people, they become workaholic to escape, to run from themselves, and instead of they abandon, they betray themselves. Like, why I would overwork, and I've been there. Like, I'm speaking on all these things because most of it I tried them, and I went through those paths. I took those paths, but the difference is that, thanks God, I'm so grateful I had the courage to give up those paths, and I want to thank God for never allowing me to give up on myself. Because He never gave up on me, that's for sure, that's a fact. But I was the one, like, not allowing me. He closed the doors and helped me to refocus inside of me, so I don't give up on myself. Because that's the difference. It's always up to us. That's how free we are. We decide. So I took the courage, I had the courage to give up on those paths and to see that they lead me. It's like a maze. They don't lead me, it's from ego. Each time I built from ego, it was all so swept out. Like the rug was pulled out from underneath my legs. And of course, yes, I took my time, I stopped, I was whining, I was playing victim, I was crying around. But then I realized, and what? I have two choices. Either I sit there down and cry and blame everyone around me, myself, God, family traumas, all the world, the system, all these things. Or I choose to get up there and to get up and to go and follow my dreams and try it again and try again and try again and see and go in that maze. And I said, no, I will not give up till I don't find the exit. I will not give up till I will do mistakes. Oh yeah. I will learn from them. Yes. I will get back up again. Yes. I will always continue. Yes. So started to use what we use on the world back to myself, to my soul, for my soul purpose. I started to use my mind in my way. Okay, you want to always go and you are an overachiever. Okay, let's achieve reconnecting back with my soul, reconnecting back with my heart, healing. I reprogrammed my mind to work for me. You are a perfectionist and you like to be everything imperfect. Okay, the perfect it's imperfect. It's wabi sabi. Let's go. Let's read all the cultures. Let's read all the healing techniques. You want to find the perfect way, the perfect path. Let's go and research. You like to research to be perfect. Let's do this research. So I started. Yeah, I did sport. I see people now. It's amazing to do sport and to take care of our bodies, but what's the intention behind? Who is doing it, the ego again or the soul? Because if you are doing sport to look good because you don't accept your body, to impress others, to pretend that you love yourself, but it's your ego that it's like, again, like the tyrant, and your mind like putting you to exhaust yourself to like people now, they do sports to like suffering because ego loves to suffer. Like they are the sadomasochism, they auto-flagellate their bodies to have these achievements, like more and more and more, and to escape the reality, to be able to, most of these techniques, and even the meditation, like the spiritual ego, like the overdoing sport, is to be able to handle a life that they don't like, a job that they don't like. They stay 8 hours in a job that they hate, and after that job they go 2 hours in the gym to take all that anger and frustration out, and they take it on themselves, on their body, on their temple. They destroy their temple by overdoing sport to be able to stay in a job that where you go and you meditate and you silence your mind and you meditate and you reprogram your mind to be motivated to go tomorrow to a job that you hate, and to a life, and to stay in a relationship that you are not fulfilled because you are afraid of abandonment and rejection, and you don't feel worthy enough, and you have insecurities. And so it's a long story. I will finish here this video because it's already like it has 40 minutes, and I don't like to do long videos. I want to keep it short, and I will start to make like different topics. So yeah, so we, unfortunately, what I want to say is that we self-sabotage our lives. But the good news is that we live in a loving universe, and we always have access to unconditional love, and we are always free to choose a different path and to start to go back to our soul purpose, and to heal, to choose better for ourselves, truly, deeply, from the bottom of our souls. And there are loads of people out there, like, you are not alone. And when you put this intention, like, I dare you, just put that intention, just like whatever you believe in, God, universe, the stars, astrology, friends, I don't know, whatever, yourself, regardless, just put that intention. I want to show up for myself. I want to rediscover who I truly am. I want to reconnect with my soul purpose, and to live the best life possible for me, truly, for me, not for anyone else. And see what happens. Just see the synchronicity, see the universe, how it's working in your favor. See, like, be brave to put those questions and to do those steps. A road of 1,000 steps, it starts with one step. Or what they say, you do one step and God will do thousands in your direction. Start with this intention, and you will see how the universe will start to conspire to help you to do it. And you can do it and we are always here for you to help you. Take care.